An African mom and her only child face up to 22 years in prison. If you know anyone that has children in the Western world, kindly ensure that they see this video because there are valuable lessons that can be learned from this story. This story starts with an African woman called Rosie. She and Andy, they met in the UK. They are both from the same country. They dated for 8 years. It was a blossom relationship. Rosie was very happy. She thought she had met the love of her life. Rosie, she's a Christian woman. The relationship was blessed with a baby boy that they named Andy Jr. Rosie remained close to her faith. She was very happy. But before Andy Jr. turned 8, something happened. Andy Sr. slept with Rosie's best friend. And after that affair, Rosie was devastated. Before she knew what was happening, Andy Sr. moved out of the house and he started a new life with his new family. The woman was devastated. Here is a man that she dated for 8 years and 16 years relationship gone overnight. She could not believe it. She stopped all contact between Andy Sr. and Andy Jr. Andy Sr. did what most men would do. He ran to the court and said, I want to be involved in my son's life. The court looked and they granted him contact. You can have your son overnight, every other weekend, and during the week, you can have it. That was what was agreed, signed and sealed in court. But Rosie had another plan. When it came to the time that Andy Sr. was going to have his son, he will tell the son, don't go. The boy said, I don't want to go with you. The man cannot force the boy to go with him. He will go away. But he knew that it was the mom that was telling. Every time this happened, he will rush back to court. The judge will say, grant you can have contact. The woman said, judge, it's not me. I want him to see the son. But the son doesn't want to see him. What can he do? And every time the man did everything, spent thousands of pounds fighting for contact. Before you know what was happening, the woman was telling everybody that Andy Sr. is a sperm donor, is a waste of space. He was telling the son everything to the point where the boy was fighting parental conflict. He was drawn into parental conflict. Loyalty to his mom, who he lives with 24/7, and the father, who he was attached to. That conflict shaped this boy's teenage years. As the boy grew up, he stopped displaying challenging behaviors in school, and before you know what was happening, he was expelled and stopped going to school. He started smoking cannabis and knocking around with the wrong crowd. The boy's life overnight took a turn for the worse. There was lack of supervision at home. This boy was destroyed. That was when somebody had to fill the role of the father. Guess what? It was the gang leader and the drug dealer, in most cases, that will fill that void. Before you know what was happening, the boy was recruited into the local gang. He was a boy that he thought he has arrived. Violence became the norm, and crime replaced education for this boy. This boy started bringing money home. At times, he'll give his mom money, and mom will take. The boy became the leader of the house. At times, he would swear at his mom when the mom talks to him. He disrespected the mom. The relationship altered. It became a relationship between friend and friend. Before you know what, mom knew where the money was coming from. She didn't say anything. The boy was knocking around. He was smoking cannabis, doing all sort of things. The local authority became concerned. The police and social services had concern that this boy was being used by other people to sell drugs, which is in most cases. They had meetings with the mom. They located the father because he still has responsibility for the child. And they say, look, this is the plan. We are going to remove this boy from this area, put it in a different area where he will start again and try to rebuild his life. Because if he remains here, the influence, the pull factor is so high that this boy, something bad will happen. The father said he will sign when he was proposed Section 20, which is voluntary arrangement for the local authority to become the carer of this boy. They explained everything to the mom. The father said, I will sign today if I have to do this to save my son. But the father agreed, but the mom said, no, I will pray over this and everything will be fine, and I'm not going. In fact, she was insulting the social worker when they had the meeting. According to the man, he said the woman was calling, why did you contact this sperm donor? This man is a waste of space. He's a father only on paper. She said all sort of things in that meeting. Out of shame, the man said, okay, I walk away. I hope something bad won't happen to my son, but I've done my best to save my son. This boy was involved in dispute with another gang over a girl. And this boy, that gang, they tried to attack his friend. And because the girl was not going out with another boy from that gang, him and his friend, they came up with a plan, arranged machete and all sort of one. Mom knew, because the police shared that information, that the son has access to dangerous weapon, which is one of the reasons they wanted to accommodate this boy. The boy and his friend, they went out on a mission. The plan is to go and harm this boy. They harmed this boy on his spine, that this boy was put on, it was an emergency life support because the boy almost died. Whilst the boy was on life support, they ran home, covered in blood. These two boys, the mom knew that something was happening. As soon as the boy got home, covered in blood, the mom made a phone call to her boyfriend, who advised mom that she should destroy all the evidence, all the trace, to make sure there is no trace. And mom did exactly what the boyfriend advised her. She hid everything, destroyed all the evidence, thinking that that is the end of the case. The other boy went home. His mom saw him. The mom was crying, my son, please don't let me go to jail. Tell me what has happened. Tell me. The mom managed to persuade the other boy, and the boy opened up. The mom said, look, we have to go and tell the police what has happened. We have to tell the police. He managed to persuade the other boy, went back, and the boy told the police, look, this is what has happened. I lied before. I didn't want to talk, but I want to work. I want to admit to it. And what will you guys do to me? The police said, look, if you admit, you tell us the truth, we will charge you for a lesser crime. The boy then disclosed everything and incriminated the friend's mom, that she was the one that advised them on what to do when they came back. She was the one that told them to destroy all the evidence. She even took them to where they bought bleach and everything to burn everything. That was all the evidence that the police needed. They arrested the boy and the mom. The boy who first said no comment, they presented all the evidence to the boy, and they told the mom that we have all the evidence that you, who is the adult, you're the one that have aided and helped this boy. This is obstruction of justice and aiding crime. Mom was remanded with the son, and she's currently on remand, awaiting trial in July this year. If she's found guilty, she and her son, they face up to 22 years in prison. Just last week, the Metropolitan Officer Commissioner in London says, shameful that more black teens die in London crime than white, says the Metropolitan head. He said that himself. And also, the faces that you're seeing are just last week. This boy, who is only 15 years old, was killed in London. Killed by another 15 years old, another 16 years old boy. This is only another 15 years old boy dead in London. All these faces you are seeing here, these are children as young as 12 who are being killed on the street of the UK. 14 years old killed, 15 years old killed, another one killed, 12 years old, 16 years old killed in London. Some have said that what is happening today, it could be due to the absence of father figure in the home. That a lot of children, especially young black boys, are growing. There's no role model. And in the absence of a positive role model, someone has to fill that void. And in more cases, it's the gang leader or the drug dealer that had to fill that void. Why some have said that some of our sisters want to be the man in the house. They want to control. They want to be the father in the house. And that's why a lot of fathers are stepping away. They gave the example of this young boy that the father did everything to try to help, and the mother said, no, you're a sperm donor. What is your view? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You could be helping someone by sharing this video with them. I'll see you soon.